Welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution, Director's Cut.
Yes, many business people from Upper Hengsha go there.
Welcome back to Hengsha. Better keep the game paused because there's so much like just random dialogue from movies. Following a lead, and that lead has taken us to the nightclub Hive, which is also the base for the local triad gang, the Harvesters. So,
Yeah, just be careful.
let's go inside. It's kind of... What's that music, by the way? No, that's not even the music. It's just sound effects.
Don't ask too many questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sound effects.
The Hive is a members-only club, Lawai. Without a membership card, I can't let you in.
You telling me I gotta pay to get into this dive?
We've got a reputation to keep. Can't let just anyone get in here.
Just anyone with the money.
No pay, no play. You want in or not?
Maybe another time.
All right, your business. You come back and see me if you change your mind.
Alright, so we have to pay to get in. Well, let's put a little bit of sound effects, like, I don't want them to be overpowering. Well, fortunately, there is another way in, which is this one. Well, yeah. So you can also sneak from the behind. But then there's a third option that you can do. Just forgot to do this the last time. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's go to the brothel. And level 3. Go to one of these rooms. My, it's a Hive membership card. So obviously now we're gonna be able to enter also through the main door. We didn't have to pay anything. Okay, the bouncer just saw us. We didn't have a membership card. Now, a few minutes later we come again, and now we have one. And he's not going to question it. Hi.
Good to see you again, sir. Go right in.
That's the right tone of voice.
You look like a tough guy. Just remember, plenty of tough guys here.
He's got to be.
What can I get you?
I'm looking for Tong.
Everyone wants to talk to Tong. Check the VIP lounge upstairs.
So, we also found the pocket secretary. The code to this.
进去吗？特技
Well, let's go and talk with.
那个怎样？
Let's talk to this bartender over here.
You work here?
Yeah. You could say that.
Good. I need to see your boss.
Really? Well, I'm sorry, Guilo. Mr. Tong Zihong sees no one today.
Look, I didn't come halfway around the world to take no for an answer. Do us both a favor and tell me where he is.
Or what? You get mad and tear down a few walls with those enhancements of yours? This place isn't named the Hive for nothing. It's got plenty of worker bees come out of the paneling to stop you. What is it you think Mr. Tong do for you anyway?
I'm looking for someone. A cybersecurity specialist named Ari Van Bruggen. You know him?
Never heard of him. What'd he do? Steal your girl? Owe you money?
He had a job go bad, and now he's on the run from the people who hired him. But you knew that already, because a man like Mr. Tong doesn't hire idiots. And this is the first place people like Van Bruggen come when they need help. So stop wasting my time and take me to Tong.
You've got it backward, boy. You're wasting my time. Van Bruggen is minor league player. Tong knows who he is. He just don't care. He's got bigger things to worry about.
Well, I think he's tried to shift the conversation to other paths, so let's try to, well, let's pinpoint.
You expect me to fall for that? Small-timers don't attract this much attention. They don't have bell tower soldiers staking out their apartments. Van Bruggen's pissed off somebody big. And there's no way Tong's going to ignore that kind of development in his town.
You're smarter than you look. Yeah. Tong is keeping a close eye on things. Like you said, he's no fool. Now it's time you were leaving. Go back to your own country. There's nothing for you here.
Well, it's not so much about pinpointing anymore. Because he's not trying to, like, distract us. He's just not being bossy.
Are you done?
Well, I mean, yeah, we would just go straight for the pheromones. Well, let's try. Advice.
Being an outsider here gives me the advantage. I got backup and support that nobody else knows about, plus some resources of my own. Your boss can gain from all this, but only if you let me see him.
That might be true, but your skin color always will be a handicap in China. Van Bruggen has the same problem, which is why we took pity and gave him a safe place to hide out. Speaking of safety, you still haven't told me who you are or who you work for. You tell me you want Van Bruggen, but when I ask why, you deflected the question. That's a lot of reason not to trust you.
What's advice again?
All I need from Van Bruggen is information. The same information his enemies are trying to keep from getting out. There's no point in them going after him anymore once he tells me what he knows. So if Tong lets me see him now, in the long run, it'll make his life easier.
You want to bring the Dragon Queen down on your head instead of the Dutchman's? I should sell tickets for that. All right. You can see Tong in his office downstairs. I'll radio the bees to let you through.
Right. So, that was a success. So we now have permission to go downstairs. Basically, permission to go through this door. And we also didn't need to unlock it, because once you get the permission, they will unlock it for you. Well, why not? I mean, we didn't get those unlocking devices for nothing. I'll take that, which is a code. Hi. Well, let's not go to see Tong just yet. This. Hacking thing. It's a pocket secretary, but this is nothing really all that useful. Rate of fire, slap that to a rifle. Let's go upstairs. Okay. Just in case people will get upset from here. Right, it's money. It's a lot more money than I spent on one of those unlocking devices, so that's good. Okay, let's meet with Tom. Now, if you didn't have permission to go and see Tom, you could also sneak through this vent and eavesdrop a conversation. But excuse me while I steal your stuff and your knowledge. Okay.
You see this? And to screw it up in the fourth, I'm just flushing my money down the pot.
You're Tong?
You only work that out now. Guess you're not as sharp as you think. How about you tell me who you work for? Then I decide what I tell you about Van Bruggen.
Does the name Seraph Industries ring any bells?
Seraph Industries? Isn't that American company stole all the headlines a while back? You're still in business?
Why wouldn't we be?
Check the news. Biotech corporations seem to be failing a lot these days, especially the ones who are making enhancements. Van Bruggen's in the Alice Garden pods. Capsule 301. Place is a rat hole, but it's useful sometimes. Make sure you leave him in the same shape you find him.
And if I don't?
Your call. But those implants of yours might look even more special on somebody else.
Right.
Malik, you were right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the Triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No. Don't put yourself at risk. I'm heading there now.
So, managed to progress the main quest a bit.
Hey, leaving already, tough guy? because you might want to go over to the bar and order yourself a drink before you do. Maybe Bobby will have something for you.
Bobby?
The bartender. The real bartender, that is.
Okay, thanks. Or we could be a dick.
Thanks. I just might check that out.
You do that.
Okay. Hi, Bobby. You have a job for me?
You got a favorite poison?
You got an operation?
Looks like Tong's running a nice operation here.
You for hire? Because a suspicious man might not appreciate you asking.
A suspicious man might also wonder what kind of job gets handed off to strangers. But alright, I'll bite. What are you offering?
I got a problem I need solving. Trouble is, none of my usual guys are available. And this problem? It involves a woman. Someone who owes Tong Operation here some money. Getting it out of her is proving to be difficult. It's a dirty job, but it pays well. You interested?
Sure.
Tell me more. I'm listening.
That's what I like to hear. This woman, Jaya, she's a broker. Highly competitive field in Hengsha. But without the right skills, her business wasn't doing so well. So, we helped her out. Gave her a nice social enhancement upgrade chip so she could understand her clients' needs. Now, it's time to pay us what's due, but she says she won't.
So basically you want me to be your collector?
Yes, but it's not as simple as that. The girl's gone into hiding and thinks we won't find her. But she also took her phone and computer along to keep her business alive.
Not very smart. Assuming you've got the equipment to track those.
We don't exactly. But we know someone who does, and that's where you come in. Bao Tower set up a surveillance network around town, a series of relay antennas. I need you to hack them. 3 relays should be enough for us to access the database and triangulate Jaya's position.
Then I go get your money.
Exactly. The first relay is on the rooftop of a 4-story building in the Yuzhou district. I assume you've got an info link and Wayfinder package in those fancy OGs of yours? I'll upload the coordinates and then contact you once you've hacked in.
Side missions. But why not? It's always XP, rewards, and fun things to do. Okay, Alice Garden Pots.
再等一下嘛。
Well, I happen to know that it's gonna be this way. Trunk darts, if that's your thing, and if not, well, you can always sell them. Alright, there's actually storage units in here. Let's have these.
Access granted.
Alright. That's a crossbow. Crossbow. Arrows. Well, the technical term would be bolts. Crossbow bolts. Arrows are for bows, always.
Access granted.
Nuclears and money. Because if these people see us do this hacking, they're gonna freak out. But since we already took care of the guards.
Access
You know.
granted.
Oh. Well, let's see. I'm carrying Typhoon ammo anyway, so. But I haven't actually activated the Typhoon weapon system.
Access granted.
Oh, I guess there was another. Some stuff. And this code we actually found in the sewers. So. Alright. Combat rifle and combat rifle ammo. Now, as I recall, this safe will actually
Access granted.
the safe only has like, yeah, revolver rounds and shotgun shells, which we're not gonna use now, so we'll just leave them be. And this is Alice garden pods. So basically a capsule hotel, or well, it's kind of like a capsule hotel, but it's more like intended for more permanent or longer time stay.
我听说他是把改变回来。
Jensen, I was on my way out.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know, I didn't do anything. Trust me, Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
Malik,
Jensen, if you even think of using that Casey mod on me, I will hit you.
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm just concerned, that's all.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember? My friend, my best friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up. I just have to prove it. If I could get my hands on the autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
Tell me about Evelyn.
She was beautiful, carefree, loved to have a good time. I met her during my internship for a private transportation and logistics firm here in Shanghai. She was a great pilot, too. Knew how to feel the currents, to push the bird just so. Too bad her talents for reading the wind didn't translate to reading guys.
How so?
She was always getting into trouble with the wrong crowds. And it always had to do with some boy. She knew I didn't like him. Her boyfriend at the time, Lee. It drove a wedge between us, and when we parted ways, it wasn't amicable.
I understand.
She was a good girl, Jensen. She deserved better.
Why do you suspect Evelyn's boyfriend had something to do with her death?
Because he was poison, right from the start. Born into money and influence, but never once assuming responsibility for anything. I don't think he's worked an honest day in his life.
So he was a wealthy, pig-headed asshole. If that was reason enough to accuse someone of murder, half the world would be in the pen.
No, there's more to it than that. He's known for violent outbursts, domestic altercations. He nearly killed a kid over some stupid gambling feud. The problem is, his family made him untouchable, even to the police.
And Evelyn was okay with all of this?
She always tried to see the good in people, give him the benefit of the doubt. You could say that's just being naive or even stupid, but I think she was just innocent.
You said you've seen the police report. Who gave it to you?
An old friend who was also a good friend of Evelyn's. He used to work for the Shanghai PD. He left a copy of it along with a few other things concerning Evelyn in a pod here for me to look at. He also left some instructions on how to contact someone at LIM for the autopsy report he's convinced was intentionally buried.
Why would LIM have anything to do with Evelyn's autopsy report?
Well, if you haven't noticed, the Chinese government has been outsourcing branches of its public services for years. Bell Tower polices the streets, and nowadays LIM does more than just cosmetic surgery. They're often contracted for special cases like Evelyn's.
And what made Evelyn's case so special, you think?
Her boyfriend, Lee. He was at the scene. He had Evelyn's blood on him and tested positive for alcohol and drugs in his system. With his rap sheet, it wasn't looking good for him. But his family, they're on a lot of boards with deep pockets and a lot of reach. They wouldn't suffer the embarrassment of having their son indicted on a suspected murder charge.
This autopsy report. Once you got your hands on it, what were you planning on doing next?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm a pilot, not a cop. But I felt I had to do something while I had the chance. Maybe once you get the report and we know what it says, we can improvise.
I'm not gonna ask. If she's our friend, of course we'll help.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead, he works for LIM. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report, is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know, he's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Limb Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, limb details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and... Thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
Doing this is to modify your...
Right. Sure. I'll override this save.
Temperature. Ions. Geothermal management.
Many people believe.
As soon as the
Armor piercing system.
If you would
So
like
for
to
the
hear
10
more about
best.
it,
In case you didn't already have. And here. Merchant.
You buy or sell? I do it all. Look at a computer and see for yourself.
Right. So for now, yeah, that trank dots. Good. good. And then this one here. Yes.
Yeah, I will be right.
Alright, actually, goodbye.
You see what I got?
Let's see, yeah, what do I see here? Combat rifle ammo, that's good. Why not? Stunken darts. I think we have a decent supply. Is hacking viruses? Sure, why not? Explosive rounds package, this is for the revolver. Of course, if you use a revolver, yeah, I absolutely would get this, but I don't. Rate of fire. Yeah, I could even buy a sniper rifle. Mine templates.
Come back anytime.
Let's see. Well, I guess we could turn. We could actually turn these EMP grenades into a stack of EMP.
You see what I got?
Because that's actually going to. It's gonna help us save at least.
Yeah, I will be right here.
It's gonna help us save a little bit of carrying capacity, so. Yeah. Like so. Like so. Oh, and the rate of fire you can slap into here. Yeah.
Millionaire Hugh Darrow has contacted me.
Right, so let's go upstairs now.
My visit exclusively to the
Well,
project.
0, and okay, first this. Trank darts. I guess it's worth a little bit of money. What is wrong? Sell it off soon.
Since that Dragon Queen Zhao took over TYM.
Rooftop pitfall claims another. So a news article. Evelyn Carmichael, a young woman in her early 20s, became one of the latest victims claimed by the deadly Yuzhou rooftops that have authorities clamoring for stricter safety regulations and zoning permits. 2 pages, okay. Sources closer to the victims say Evelyn had been out celebrating with her boyfriend before the incident occurred. A witness, whose identity was not released, claims she slipped and fell while descending one of the many staircases that connect the Yuzhou Gulgine rooftops with Pendant Street below. The police believe alcohol or drugs may have influenced the fatal accident, but officials claim the tragedy would have been avoided entirely if laws were different. With elections just around the corner, Evelyn's death will no doubt spark a host of new debates and controversy concerning citywide safety regulations. Rooftop-related injuries and deaths have steadily risen in the last 5 years and make up over 60% of all recorded accidental fatalities each year. And a pocket secretary, which is a police report from Waimu at cmail.prc, People's Republic of China, to MMU at hengsha.china.prc. Fly Girl, the limp contact, has agreed to meet you tonight. I don't know how large or small this window of opportunity is, or how long it will remain open to us, but it's the only thing we have to go on. Hopefully we can trust him. He holds the biggest piece of this puzzle. I'm sorry I can't be of any more help on this. As much as it pains me to see Lee walk, my hands are tied. If my supervisor found out I was even talking about this, he'd have my badge. I've attached a copy of the police report filed on the night of the incident. The original transcript has been practically gutted by the IID, as you will no doubt see. The autopsy report should help to fill in the blanks. P.S. You owe me a pocket secretary. Smiley face. Case LH, maybe Li Hong, 2027-00471. Incident: a 23-year-old Caucasian female, I think dead on arrival, DOA from probable fall downstairs. Only witness is boyfriend, who was found at scene. Victims: Evelyn Carmichael. Injuries sustained: severe head trauma, cranial lacerations, internal bleedings, and swelling likely cause of death. Suspects: Li Hong. Details: on citation needed at approximately 23:49 hours, personnel from the LHPF or probably Lower Hengsha police force responded to a distress call from suspect #2091. Li Hong transcript recording 209E-11. Upon arrival at the scene, the responding officer witnessed victim #504-EC Evelyn Carmichael on the ground near, citation needed, see transcript OC report 209E-12. Suspect, wearing a shirt covered in what appeared to be victim's blood, was questioned by responding officer Sergeant Mai. Suspect was visibly distressed, claiming victim had been drinking prior to the incident and had fallen. See OC report 209E-12. Citation needed. See transcript recording -209E-11. Suspect was tested, confirming suspicion of intoxication. Suspect was then detained and transported to COC report 209E-12 for further questioning after EMT unit cleared him for release. Suspect later claimed suspect later claimed incident occurred moments before call to LHPF emergency, roughly between 23:40 and 23:45 hours. Further screening and urine analysis revealed narcotic element EXT9, maybe ecstasy, in suspect's system. Suspect remained in custody until OC report 209E-12 before being released. Forensic evidence at the scene turned up inconclusive data to support suspect's claims. Blood spatter analysis concluded that while blood cast off patterns matched those of fall, there was no evidence of low to medium velocity impact splatter to match victim's wound at the probable cause of death. Blunt force head trauma and intracranial hemorrhage. Further investigation into the case are suspended until post-mortem evaluation and autopsies concluded at COC report 209E-12. Pending further evidence, Lieutenant Yan edit 24 of September 27. Suspect is clear of prosecution, formal charges or otherwise, by order of attorney. Okay, so that is the report we were supposed to find. A little bit of mahjong money. Let's see. And that's number 1.
My exclusive interview with you.
Check this out.
Revolver rounds again, but not interesting for us. Oh, by the way, how much do I have? Okay, so scholar, good.
我本来想说，要不咱们去旅馆。
Well,
你还在吗？
this would not be a Deus Ex game if you didn't just steal everything you see, right?
You're referring to the
I mean, it's not like we're trying to roleplay a decent person here
And it's time that we as a species
in a cyberpunk world.
Our best chance at doing
where
it.
everyone,
Modify ocean temperatures.
where everyone is a bit of a
and geothermal
dick,
management.
right? There's a pocket secretary, money.
I know what you have in there.
I don't know.
I saw you with ferret in your shirt the other day. You know pets are not allowed in hotel.
That's not true.
Tell Mr. Chow I'm not there.
No pets policy, huh? Well, yeah. We have already picked up a couple of very useful pocket secretaries and quite a bit of, well, not really that useful. Yeah.
Was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention.
You're referring to the Panchaea project.
Yeah, so we're not gonna go to the third floor just yet, because the Van Bruggen guy is in the third floor. We need to, meet with him for the purposes of. Well, we have the code for this one, or we can try to hack. You know what? This is not a difficult hack. We can go straight to here.
Access granted.
Yeah. There's a pocket secretary there, which is the login for this computer. RBPT hole, so rabbit hole. Follow the rabbit hole. It's probably a reference to the Matrix again. Can we? Oh, it's gonna be close.
Access granted.
Ooh, just about. Well, emails. But we're not gonna read all of that. I was reading the autopsy report because it's kind of important for
Access granted.
hacking this. The save has 1,000 credits. Not bad. Yeah, thanks for the money. Oh. Right. So now we have some reasons to go to the other district again. First of all, Li Hong lives there. Well, but we shall make a slight detour. Well, you know what, let's go and grab the crossbow bolts. We might as well just sell these, right? And remember, this is where we saved May? Is that her name? We'll save the girl in here. And all of those guys were carrying submachine guns. So just a couple of things you can really quickly go and sell to one of those gun members. We'll sell the stuff and then we'll go to the other district to start sorting out these side quests. Because we already have two. One for Malek and one for Bobby. Bobby Bow.
Here, everything for good price.
Nice. Yes, you can buy all this for good price. Just free. Yeah.
You make me poor.
Deal with you. Deal with you, no fun. Okay. Well. Alright, yeah, actually, yeah, now I remember, yeah. This actually goes to where Li Hong is. We've been here. It's an autosave. Yeah. Just save. Oh, okay, I could actually. Alright. Oh. Oh. Shoot. I'm way ahead of myself here. We need to go to the limb clinic. Once again, you know, you think too much ahead. Again, because when you know what you have to do, it's kind of easy to forget, like, you know, intermediary steps like this. Because already in your mind, you know that, okay, we have to go to Li Hong's apartment, and of course you know where it is. Yeah, so limb clinic. It's actually a long way to limb clinic. Boy. Oh well. Well, we might as well loot this storages. Oh, that's just machine pistol ammo, regular pistol, well, 10mm pistol rounds. There's a storage unit in this shop. Yeah, I think it's just XP. No items, but XP, yeah.
Excuse me.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza. And it's time.
Excuse me, sir.
And while we are here, we might as well, you know, buy some praxis kits. Because each time you go to a new city hub, there's always gonna be a limb clinic, and they always have at least 2 praxis kits
International welcomes
in their stock.
You are preferred client? Select what you want from computer.
Thank you. I'll buy these.
You're very welcome, sir.
And talk to you.
Can't you see I'm busy? Go bother someone else.
Something, death and taxes, Confucius.
What? Wait, that's not it at all. That's not even close.
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Otherwise, how am I supposed to know your... You were supposed to say, death and life have their determined appointments. Then I say, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Okay. Death and life have their determined appointments.
Riches and... Oh, never mind. You ruined the whole thing. Just meet me outside the clinic. It's safer for us to talk out there. Turn left from the front and go down the stairs. I'll be waiting at the corner. Over here! Come on now! That was hardly what I would call a smooth interaction. I could get into serious trouble for this, you know.
Sorry, I'm new to this spy game stuff.
Right. Well, you're not exactly what I was expecting. I was told I would be meeting a girl. How do I know you're not an imposter or some sort of double agent? Don't think I don't know this could all just be an elaborate trap to set me up.
Look, no offense, Mr. X, or whatever your name is, but I really don't have time for this. So if you could simply just give me what I came for, I'll be on my way.
Yes, yes. I have it right here. Evelyn Carmichael's autopsy report. Here, take it.
Thank you.
I trust you will put this information to good use, because accountability and justice is at an all-time low, I'm afraid. It pains me to see this once great city, which stood as a bastion for reform and progress against our oppressive communist origins, succumb to the trappings of corporate bureaucracy and petty corruption. Corruption so often typical of your Western governments.
Whatever you say. Now, if you don't mind, I really must be going.
Well, there is still the matter of my payment. 1,000 credits was the agreed-upon price, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, because we could just refuse. And there's really not much he could do to us. And really, there's absolutely no, there's no concrete consequences to refusing. But let's be a nice guy and give him his money.
And what were you just saying about corruption?
A deal is a deal. Surely your handlers informed you of this little detail.
No, my handlers failed to mention this little detail. Never mind. Just take your money. This report better be worth it.
Oh, I assure you it is. Whoever it was that didn't want this information given to the proper authorities paid a lot of money to have it ignored. A pity for them, LIM policy strictly prohibits deletion of records concerning operational procedures. For legal purposes, you see.
Legal, right. Nice doing business with you, X.
Right. And now we're also actually supposed to read this one. Autopsy report. Mental note. After extraction, remove all traces. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. X. Autopsy number 23A-155, ID number 217731. Path MD, so pathological medical examiner, medical doctor, Louis. Name, Carmichael Evelyn, age 23 years old, sex female, time of death 22:15. Final diagnosis. Craniocerebral injuries, scalp contusion, linear pattern of lacerations of right side of skull. Linear pattern of lacerations of right cerebral hemisphere. Subarachnoid and subdural hemorrhage. Small contusions, tips of temporal lobes. Abrasion of left cheek. Abrasion contusion, posterior left shoulder. Abrasion of right lower back and posterior right lower leg. Toxicology studies. Blood ethanol, none detected. Blood drug screen, no drugs detected. Gynopathological correlation. Cause of death of this 23-year-old female is asphyxia by seizure associated with the craniocerebral trauma and intracranial hemorrhage. Addendum. Quantitative blood tests revealed a high level of HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, in the subject's bloodstream, a hormone produced during the early stages of pregnancy. Further examination confirmed the presence of first trimester fetal development. Dr. Gregory H. Louis, MD, pathologist.
Malik, I just got the autopsy report. No drugs or alcohol in Evelyn's system. And her estimated time of death doesn't fit Lee's story. She did die from a head wound, but not one that matches the evidence found at the scene.
I knew it. It couldn't have been just an accident.
There's more. Evelyn was pregnant. Malik?
I'm here. We can't let him get away with this, Jensen. He's guilty. He has to be. Can you go to his apartment?
And do what?
Get proof. Get something. I'm sending you the coordinates. Contact me again when you're there.
So now we have to go to this apartment. So first get the autopsy and then read it and then go there. I mean, I was trying to make everything to be kind of swift and smooth, and so then you forget things. How embarrassing. Okay. Now we can try to get to here. Well, it's level 3. Well.
Access granted.
Well, found Lee's apartment.
Malik, I'm inside Lee's apartment. Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Damn. Okay, look. Lee isn't smart enough to properly cover his tracks, so look around. Maybe you can find something suspicious.
Hey, Lee, baby. Can't wait to see you tonight. But I'm stuck at work. I know, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, baby. I promise. I'll meet you at the Hive, okay? Just don't get a party started without me. I want you all to myself tonight.
The Hive? I should have guessed Lee would be there. It's pretty much a second home for him.
Wait a minute, you heard that?
Sorry, Jensen. I don't like invading your privacy like this, but it's important. Plus, this gives me an idea. When you're done looking around Lee's apartment, head to the Hive. Contact me when you're there.
I'll keep looking. I'm sure there's more here.
Access granted.
Locking Master Player 69. From Donachong to Lee Home. Forwarded Liberty in Mind Body, Guts and Limb, Random Walk Limited. Hi Lee, your father wanted me to forward this to you. It's the quarterly report concerning your family's recent investments in Limb. P.S. I'm still waiting on the financial statements from Bell Tower Associates. They are surprisingly tight-lipped when it comes to business, but then again, I'm not surprised. They are privately owned after all. Still, considering your father's executive holdings, you'd think they'd be more forthcoming. PPS. We still on for Friday? XOXO. Donna. Liberty in Mind and Body Cuts and Random Walk Limited. Analyst RW Kelly, rating maintained at buy, target price lowered to 165 credits. Probably like per share. The company reported stronger than anticipated Q4 2027 financial performance, beating expectations for the fourth quarter in a row. Yet we anticipate shares will trend lower over the next several weeks and would recommend opportunistic investors to wait for shares to dip into the 145 to 149 credits per share range before buying aggressively. Valuation: our target multiple for the company's shares is 25 times our official 29 EPS estimate of 12.37 credits, EPS ex cash income discounted back 1 year by 12% for our assumption of the market's cost of equity, plus roughly 12 cents of 12 credits per share in cash. We arrive at our official 28 price target of 165 credits and maintain our buy rating for the company's shares. Random Walk Limited Equity Research. This email message is for the sole use of the intended recipients and may contain confidential, non-public, and privileged information. Any unauthorized review, use, disclosure, or distribution is prohibited. If you are not the intended recipient, please contact the sender by reply email and destroy all copies of the original message. Random Walk Limited archives and reviews outgoing and incoming email and may be produced at the request of regulators or in connection with civil litigation. Random Walk Limited accepts no liability for any errors or omissions arising as a result of transmission. From Jiang Hao Hong to Li Hong. Do not disgrace us. My son, your behavior as of late has been disgraceful. Up until now, I have done everything in my power to support and protect you, but my patience is running thin. If you do not change your embarrassing lifestyle, I will have no choice but to remove you both from the company and family. Meaning no more financial support or immunity. You dishonor us all with your whoremongering. Regards, Father. P.S. Your mother is well, but she is disappointed. I suggest you apologize to her. Send flowers.
Malik, it looks like Hong Sr. was upset with Hong Jr.'s behavior and threatened to cut off his inheritance if he didn't stop whoring around. Sounds like he considered Evelyn beneath the family name.
And if he knew she was pregnant, I can't believe Lee would do something like that just for money.
Speaking of money, the Hong family seems heavily invested in both Bell Tower and Lim. That could explain the cover-up and lack of a proper investigation. I'll stick around a bit. I'm sure there's still more to find. Malik, I found a baseball bat, but it looks clean. Almost like it's been washed recently.
Maybe Lee washed Evelyn's blood off of it.
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure it could inflict the type of laceration she had. I'll make one last sweep to make sure I got everything. Malik, I think I got a probable murder weapon. A broken clock. The kicker is the hands line up roughly with Evelyn's TOD. Coincidence?
That's a hell of a stretch. You really think?
If Lee's as dumb as you say, maybe. We'd need lab tech analysis to confirm, but if there ever was a smoking gun, it fits. Okay, I think that's it. I'm heading to the Hive now. I doubt we'll find anything else in here without calling in a forensics team.
Sounds good.
Good job, Lao Wei. I see you found the first relay. Now hack it and turn off its security protocols.
Right.
Access
I
granted.
accidentally used the stop button there, but...
One down, two to go, my friend.
Well, at least it made it a little bit easier, so... we do have already a rather respectable piles of these. Second one...
granted.
Good. Second relay is down. Only one remaining.
Hey. Oof. Well, glad I didn't fall any further than that. This should look familiar, this rooftop. We did knock out those guys. And the third one.
Access granted.
Excellent work. I'm starting the triangulation now. Should have a location very soon. And I've got it. Jaya is hiding in an apartment building called the Hengsha Court Gardens in the Yuzhou district. I'm sending you her coordinates. Get over there and get us the money she owes.
And this apartment building should also look familiar. We've been here before as well. This is where Windmill used to live. Right.
Who are you? Another one of Tong's thugs? Well, get out! I told him I won't pay another credit!
It's nothing personal, lady. I'm just here for the money. Give it over and I go.
Sure, it's nothing personal to you, but it is my money you're stealing.
Stealing? They got you the augmentation you needed, and they expect you to pay for it. Not the most charitable thing to do, but I would hardly call it stealing.
Are you really that gullible? Tong doesn't run a buy now, pay later operation. It's more like a buy now, pay forever. Listen, I just started as a broker. Most other brokers come from rich families. They paid for augments that give them an incredible edge in the business. There's no way I could afford anything like that through legal channels.
So you cut a deal with a crime syndicate.
I didn't study this hard to end up with nothing. Once I made enough money, I offered to pay for the aug. But no, what they want is part of my monthly profits. They say they're entitled to it since it's their upgraded enhancement chip that helped me make that money.
Well, lady, maybe you really should have, read the fine print before agreeing to any of their terms.
Look, I understand you were right. I'm not questioning that. But you've been through enough to know the world doesn't care about who's right or wrong. It's all about power, and right now, neither of us have it.
As much as it pains me to admit it, you're right. What do you think I should do?
Tong's men are growing impatient, and you must know they're dangerous. Just give me this month's payment.
All right. This should calm them down, for now at least. And I guess it'll give me more time to come up with a long-term solution. Here, take it.
Good, thanks. Actually, I've just used the vent. Right, so into Lee's apartment, we managed to track down the Jaya and get a payment from her, and so it's time to take a leave and go back to the other city district. And yeah, I suppose first we'll pay a visit to the Hive, and then And then head back to the Hengsha Gardens. No. What's that? This capture hotel. Well, we have 10 practice points. We might as well take the jump thing. So we can reach this area. Huddle XP, stun gun darts, and hi.
Malik, I'm in the Hive. What's your plan?
Find Lee and talk to him. I want you to convince him you know exactly what he did to Evelyn and why. If you can make him panic, I'm willing to bet he'll spill his guts. Just make it look like blackmail. If he's willing to pay to keep you quiet, he's basically tying his own noose. I'll listen in and record everything.
Got it.
You got a favorite poison?
Hey, about that job?
You found Jaya yet? You need to get back the money she owes us.
Here's the money Jaya owed you. Now honor your part of the deal.
Ah, she finally understood reason. I'm glad I trusted you with this, Lao Wei. She gave you much trouble?
It was just a matter of knowing how to ask. You should really think about asking Tong to enroll you in etiquette classes. Could make life a bit easier for you.
Funny. Now I understand why you people have so many stand-up comedians. You're also good at cheap entertainment. Here, take this practice kit. It's top-notch, so have fun.
Right. Okay. Make it big save. Why don't just overuse the. Let's go find Leon. He's probably. Well, usually the VIP section is upstairs.
那个怎样？
Hi, Lee.
What you want, Chrome boy?
Is your name Lee Hong?
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What's it to you?
I want to talk to you about Evelyn Carmichael.
Man, it's off! I already told all you narcos all there is to say.
Relax. I'm not with the police. I work private. And you could say I specialize in cases like yours.
If you ain't police, then what the fuck you want?
A simple proposition. I have proof that shows you murdered Evelyn. And I want you to pay me 2.5 million credits to make that proof disappear.
2.5? Bullshit. You ain't got shit on me, narco. I ain't paying you shit.
I strongly suggest you reconsider.
And I strongly suggest you get the fuck out of my face. Cause unless you got your proof right here, I ain't got shit to say to you.
Alright. Let's start with the police report. I know your story doesn't match up with the evidence at the scene of Evelyn's fall.
Oh yeah? And why's that?
Because the police report was inconclusive.
Because the police report revealed inconclusive blood spatter analysis. Meaning the wound that killed Evelyn happened before she ever fell down those stairs.
Yeah, and? That still don't prove shit.
Not only does the evidence not add up, but neither does your testimony. You lied about why Evelyn fell down the stairs in the first place.
This is the reason why you really want to kind of read carefully all those letters and pocket secretaries and notes, everything regarding this case. Because the better you kind of familiarize us with this case, the better it is to, the easier it is to kind of figure out which one of these options is the correct one. Well, he claims they had been.
You said you'd both been drinking heavily prior to the accident, and the reason Evelyn fell was because she was drunk. We both know that isn't true.
Man, that shit was in the papers.
Now, if the evidence doesn't fit and your story was a lie, then how did Evelyn die on that night? Well, the answer is pretty simple, really. You killed her. But how?
Antique clock.
By hitting her in the head with that antique clock you keep so prominently displayed in your apartment. The lacerations on her head, the intracranial hemorrhaging, it's the perfect match.
In my apartment? How the fuck do you know what's in my apartment?
And like any good crime of passion, you needed motivation, something to fuel your violent outbursts. What did Evelyn say or do to make you murder her?
She was pregnant.
She told you she was pregnant, and you panicked. Faced with the prospect of losing your easy way of life, you struck out at her in anger.
How? That's impossible.
But now the final piece of the puzzle. Why was Evelyn's death never considered a murder investigation? Because your family, one of the wealthiest and most influential families in Shanghai, covered it up. But whose silence did they buy?
Lim.
Lim. Your family's sizable investments in Lim assured the autopsy performed on Evelyn's body would never see the light of day, and her death would simply fall through the cracks of an already crumbling justice system.
Fuck this shit, man! And fuck you!
I can help you, Lee. But only for a price.
Alright, fuck! I can't believe this shit! I'll pay you, man! I'll pay you, just... What do you need from me?
Details. Let me hear your side of the story, and then we'll move on from there.
I don't know! Evelyn, that stupid bitch! She was going to ruin me. I didn't mean to kill her, okay? Evelyn wouldn't shut up about us, about the baby, so I hit her. I just wanted to make her shut her stupid mouth. But the dumb bitch started freaking out. So I hit her again until she finally stopped screaming. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. She was barely breathing, so I carried her to the stairs near my apartment and dropped her. I had to make sure it looked like an accident. I had no choice. She trapped me. She just wanted my money. I would have been ruined.
I need to go. We'll be in contact again soon.
Huh? What about the evidence? And the money? Where the fuck you going?
Goodbye, Lee. Malik, please tell me you got a recording of all that.
Oh my god, Jensen, I could kiss you right now. I can't believe you got him to confess so openly like that.
To be honest, it was easier than I was expecting. You were definitely right about Lee. He's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
Well, don't get too cocky just yet. Before I send our little friend's confession off to the local media and authorities, I want to get some Shanghai street justice first. There's a control panel linked to the Hive I need you to hack. Uploading the coordinates now.
Well, this would be level 3.
Access granted.
All right, Malik. It's hacked.
Verifying the signal. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm in. Remote frequencies are clear, thank God. Uploading now. And done. Meet me in front of the Hive, Jensen. I have a little surprise for our friend Lee.
I also could have used the unlocking device.
Jensen.
Malik?
Well, first take this. I was gonna use it myself, but after everything you've done, I think you deserve it more.
So what are you gonna do now?
I have a few loose ends to tie up, and I need to make sure this autopsy report finds its way into the right hands. The Hongs aren't gonna buy their way out of this one.
Lee's confession is solid. With that and the evidence from the autopsy, there's no way he can avoid prosecution. Justice will be served.
Oh, justice will be served, all right. You might want to stick around for a second. I've got one last little surprise for our friend Lee. Are you facing the hive? It's almost showtime. In 3, 2...
Malik.
Just watch.
I don't know. Evelyn, that stupid bitch. She was going to ruin me. I didn't mean to kill her, okay?
Malik, remind me never to piss you off.
After everything you've done here for Evelyn, for me, you'd have to try pretty hard, mister.
Right, so now. So, now that we have those little side quests wrapped up, I guess you could kind of say that's sort of the second batch of side quests. The first batch is pretty much those 2 little missions for the brothel keeper, the madam, and this little batch is now basically from Lee and from Malik. Well, okay, I mean Bobby Bao and then Malik. Lee didn't give us any quests.
我好喜欢这个东西。
Related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my...
Okay, I think this is enough for now. And when we come back, we'll of course now finally go and find and talk to the elusive hacker, Windmill. And then we'll see what we want to do next. But that's enough for now. Thank you for sticking around. This is CMOX Machina saying goodbye.